Attention, go. We have a start. Little bobble in the Princeton 4 on the second stroke. Otherwise, the 4 crews are off pretty cleanly. We have Columbia in lane 1, Princeton 2, Virginia 3, Tennessee 4. It is Virginia out in front. Virginia is your early leader, with Columbia shooting out to second place, with Princeton and Tennessee level. Virginia is a half length over Columbia and a length over Princeton and Tennessee. Princeton is starting to push away a little bit from Tennessee, getting a seat or two and working their way back into Columbia. But it is Virginia right now, moving the best, well ahead. As we go into 250 gone, they are a length up on Columbia. Columbia, who's a deck over Princeton. Princeton, half a deck over Tennessee. Columbia is calling their settle stroke. They're coming down off their high strokes, and that has very quickly yielded half of a length to Princeton and Tennessee. So just with that settle stroke, Columbia has gone from second to fourth. Virginia is maintaining speed, and they are a length and a seat up over Princeton. Princeton is a deck over Tennessee. Tennessee maybe a deck over Columbia. Now we've come into a bit more of the choppy water from the headwind. Those clean conditions at the start are gone. Now we're into the meat of the program. Choppy water, headwind blowing right at these rowers' backs. As we approach 500 gone, it is Virginia, a length and a half, coming through at 148. A length and a half over Tennessee and Princeton, who are level. They are a half length over Columbia. Tennessee is on the march now. They are taking a press away from Princeton. They're getting their bow in front of Princeton for second place. Virginia is still out in front by a length and a half now over Tennessee. Tennessee a foot over Princeton. Princeton a half length over Columbia. See all 4 crews starting to feel this headwind, that pop, that intensity we saw at the start of the race has started to subside a bit, as it looks much more labor intensive now that we're into the body of the race with this strong headwind, which is building as I look down the course. But with that, I still have Virginia out in front, a length and a half over Tennessee and Princeton. Columbia with deck overlap on Princeton in the lane next to them. They are slowly fading. I've got Tennessee pushing out again. They are a seat up over Princeton. As we go through 750 gone, it seems like Tennessee and Princeton are starting to reel Virginia in. Virginia still has a comfortable margin if they can keep the Tigers and Lady Vols at bay, but Princeton and Tennessee are using each other to get back up to Virginia. Columbia has now faded off of contact from Princeton. They are a length and a half down off of Princeton and Tennessee. As we approach the 1,000, it is still going to be Virginia, a length and a half over Tennessee. Tennessee starting to fade a little bit off of that pace they set at 500 in, where they took a seat or two off Princeton. Princeton has now taken that margin back, and they are pressing into second place, a seat over Tennessee. Both those crews now 2 lengths over Columbia. Through the 1,000 in 3:53, it is Virginia with Princeton and Tennessee going through, maybe just a seat between them, and Columbia coming through now. We'll see if this race for second can help these 2 crews reel in Virginia, but it looks like Virginia has started to lengthen back out and clean up their strokes a little bit more, but they are still sitting 2 lengths up on Princeton. This, of course, is the first race of the all-important NCAA program, the 4, the second 8, and the varsity 8. All 3 of these boats do score points for the national championship point trophy, which Virginia won last year. At 7:50 to go, it is Virginia. Still 2 lengths over Princeton. Princeton from the angle maybe a half length over Tennessee, and those crews 2.5 lengths over Columbia. We can start to see these crews winding up their cadence. Looks like Princeton's going to take a shot trying to get back on terms with Virginia. That's going to be quite a tall order here with 650 meters to go and 2.5 lengths to get back up there in this headwind. Anything can happen. So we're starting to get some gusty wind coming through here at 600 meters to go. It is still Virginia in control of this race at 500 meters to go. 2.5 lengths back to Princeton. Princeton a half length over Tennessee. Tennessee 4 lengths over Columbia. It is Princeton coming through 500 now, and Tennessee. A little bit of a bobble in the Virginia 4, as they are riding a press that started at 500 to go. I think if they just maintain some clean strokes, they should be okay to take this race